Andrew Tate, one of the most vile individuals to have ever graced the surface of this bloody earth. We're talking about a con man, a compulsive liar, a human trafficker, and above all else, one of the greatest grifters to have ever graced the Griftverse. I feel like his influence has waned a little bit, at least here on YouTube, but I guess that there are still some people on platforms like Facebook or Kick or whichever else that are still maintaining his flame. Less of course one is like a pygmy that is trying to warm themselves up to his still remaining audience. And speaking of the audience, I really do feel bad about them. Not because they are like comprised mainly of easily impressionable young men. That can happen to anybody, so nobody's truly safe from that. But the nature of Andrew Tate's con is so freaking blatant that it really makes you wonder if the people that are following him like have a little bit of an understanding of how reality works. But hey, this video is not on the victims of this man. Well, maybe not necessarily. This is a takedown by Coffezilla, whom I used to think Andrew Tate liked, but apparently he doesn't now since his grift has been uncovered. So let's give this a look.
Andrew Tate is a grifter, alleged human trafficker, and unfortunately, and this is true, a Coffeezilla fan.
Coffeezilla, who actually kind of respect
Well,
by
there it
brain.
is.
That is until I investigated him. Now he's having a meltdown and doesn't like me anymore.
Oh, that sounds like a Logan Paul situation. The good old I like you until you investigate me kind of bit. Love it.
This is my statement to you, Coffeezilla. You're a nobody's scared of your investigation. I don't give a about your video. I don't respect your journalism.
Ah, yes. The normal reaction for people who don't care. Melting down on Twitter about how not worried you are. We'll come to Tate's mental breakdown in a moment, but you should know this isn't Tate and I's first run-in. He didn't like it when I exposed his get-rich-quick scheme over a year ago, but this time Tate stepped into my territory. Said he was going to launch a crypto coin. So I immediately pointed out that over a year ago, Tate said that he didn't need to rob his fans, and he wasn't going to launch a coin. Tate replied, "Imagine being such a great detective you can't detect a joke." Now, I'll admit that one stung a little bit, and when I did some research, I realized I had been tricked.
Are you going to launch your own crypto?
No, I'm never gonna launch a crypto. I just like to with crypto Twitter. Because crypto Twitter are full of the biggest degenerate losers on the planet. They're losers. Crypto is the only scenario I can think of where you can make a whole bunch of money while benefiting society zero.
I beg your pardon. You made Hustler University, where you are having young men push out your scam to even younger people, creating a Ponzi and pyramid scheme, benefiting zero to society, only making them less financial stable. What are you on about, mate? None of what you did was truly helping. It was just shifting the blame for one thing to another and making men especially even more miserable.
Well, there you have it. I mean, I can apologize. I can admit when I'm wrong. Clearly, it was a joke. Tate would never actually scam people with a coin.
And then, of course,
Oh, turns out he did. Multiple times. And now is planning to launch a coin if you stay subscribed to his get-rich-quick scheme. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to investigate it. But first, we have to catch up with the Tate brothers. What have they been up to, besides getting arrested? Most people know the Tates from clips talking about the Matrix, politics, and feminism, but the two brothers have made almost all their money from something else. According to Tate, the way they got rich was webcams. Taking advantage of lonely men, they bragged about it.
And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. The girls were just pure, just famoosers. We were taking their money, all of it.
And then they broke into male empowerment.
how sad is that? You're openly admitting that you were sitting there pretending to chatting to men, pretending to be a woman. And these are the same people that you're trying to help when they come forth and say that they cannot get laid. Wow, that's a whole other level of vile.
Which is ironic, teaching dating, manliness, and of course, money. You could join Hustlers University for $49 a month, where the best hustle was students reselling the course to their friends.
Yep.
Which actually got the Tates quite popular because they encouraged the students to post their videos everywhere. But with that popularity came scrutiny, as old clips of the webcam business started surfacing, and not everyone found it as funny as Andrew did.
PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm...
Yeah, that didn't age really that well. Now, eventually, Romanian courts charged the Tate brothers with human trafficking. And although the Tates deny these claims, the PhD course almost perfectly describes the lover boy method, which is a type of human trafficking. Most of the Tate's fans aren't even aware of these allegations because the Tate brothers have become experts at what I like to call the rebrand. This is where you completely 180 on a topic and pretend you never changed your mind. And this will be important later when we come to crypto. But watch for a second how Andrew Tate, a guy who made his money running webcams, now talks about the entertainment business while wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah. He has even been grifting on the religious side of things. Now he's a bloody saint. How these people do not see the irony of their own deeds is unbelievable.
Is bad for a society. Let's accept that to be a fact.
It is
and
a
it
fact.
is true. Okay, why are they trying to destroy the society? Who are these people? What is their end goal? Is their end goal the of children? Is their end goal 12-year-olds to sit there and watch and want to have sex?
I mean, the balls to say, what are they up to? What do you think their goal is? Bro, you are they.
Excuse me, you and your boy Sneeko. Remember him? Who had the debate about age of consent?
Justification is. So God saying things doesn't mean anything then.
You don't want to be better?
Here's an easy question. Listen, okay, so should we update or not? What do you think the age of consent should be, Sneeko?
Yeah, this is not an important conversation.
No, it's a super important. You don't think f***ing kids are not as an important conversation? What do you think the age of consent should be? If you want to be consistent, you don't think anything updates, just tell us what you think it should be.
I think it should be past stage at a developed age, Dustin.
What is a developed age? If you had to
It's
set a law
wrong-
for it, what would you set it?
wrong
What would you set it
answer.
about?
I'd say it's a developed age.
No, answer the question, you fucking pussy. Holy shit, you're such a cowardly.
No. This cannot be true. This cannot be reality.
If there was a cabal, you're part of it. You admit to making millions of dollars, making the kind of stuff you're now claiming is ruining the youth. That is the skill that Tate has honestly mastered. And we're going to watch them use that with crypto as well. Either way, though, these criminal charges have put a lot of pressure on the Tate brothers, who've had cars, cash, and computers seized. And amidst all of that, crypto has become much more interesting to them. Not that the Tates are new to crypto, of course, but they've sort of fully embraced the crypto meme coin, Grift. And just like with the webcams, they do a bit of a rebrand.
My problem with crypto is that it instigated a culture which I didn't like. I didn't like the crypto culture as a whole because the culture was based on getting in early, which, I mean, I guess you could argue is a skill, but to a degree is luck. Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch, and just being a degen, laughing about how you're a Once I decided I was going to fix it, I decided I had to come up with an idea that allowed people to make money from the things they should make money from.
I'm sorry, the cutaway to showing his low-cut pants there. Whew, that bloody killed me. I'm not here to criticize men's fashion, but man, between that and the mullet on the right there, I don't know which one is more funny.
Which is hard work.
There it is. The Tates are here to fix crypto. It used to be full of scams, rug pulls, and anons before Andrew Tate got involved, but now everything's about to change. So we're going to look at the coins that Andrew and his brother promoted and see what kind of fixing they got up to. Starting with Roost. Honestly, this is your textbook Ponzi coin, exactly the type of thing Tate would call a scam a year ago. But now, he and his brother heavily promoted it over multiple videos. They even had flyers in their videos. And of course, during the promotion, the price did well. But when it was over, Roost is now down over 90%. Not only that, Roost's treasury wallet got hacked. So the community literally got scammed. And to make it worse, the guy who got hacked was anonymous. So remind me what Andrew Tate doesn't like about crypto again?
Right.
Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch.
Oh, the
Right.
same thing he promoted. But of course, Tate claims that he doesn't hold coins, he doesn't endorse coins, and he makes zero money. That is until other crypto promoters got tired of his grift and called him out for doing the same paid promotions they were doing. But you don't have to believe that guy. You can also look at the time Tate got exposed for trying to get Barron Trump to let him buy Donald Trump tokens at a lower price. In exchange, he'd pump it. So much for not owning coins, I guess. That was brought to my attention by Zach XBT, who also pointed out that Tate promoted something called Venom blockchain. His brother talked about it on a live stream.
Bitcoin, ETH, exciting stuff like Venom Network.
And of course, that price is down as well. Tate also promoted F Madonna token. And of course, that ended badly too. This stuff is such garbage. Here's another one of Tate's coins, which is down over 90% as well. Or you can look at this coin, Daddy token. You know, which makes sense given that Tate is sick of crypto being infantile, childish, and degenerate. And that's just the start of it. That's just the sludge you have to walk through to get to the main token. The main project Tate keeps promising, which is real world token. All of those others, if you want to believe Tate, were just promotions. Tate claims that this is the coin he's actually behind, and it's tied to his paid course. It used to be called Hustlers University. Now it's called the Real World. Now, this has always kind of been the biggest part of Tate's businesses, this get-rich-quick scheme. But the problem with monthly subscriptions is, of course, that people drop out. They leave. And so the Tates have always tried tactics to get people to stay. Like they've said, Hustlers University was closing. It's almost full.
We do have a cap. So anyone who quits or leaves at any time, if the cap is reached while you're not subscribed, you're not getting in. Don't give a shit. That's it. We're closing. We're closing.
But now the new angle is this real-world token. Tate is promising a crypto airdrop to people who subscribe and stay subscribed to his monthly get-rich-quick course.
It's also very important for you people who think you can join for a month and quit the real world and just go back to being a nobody.
I'm sorry. How do you get FOMO for something like this? I truly have to ask. Like, I know that we've talked about this sometimes before on the channel about a lot of the plight of men, right? That's why there are movement like men rights activism going on, right? To make sure that some of our grievances get heard. But like, when you're hearing this, how do you get FOMO from something that is so very clearly a scam?
You have to stay inside to increase your rank, to get your power level. Because if you quit and then you rejoin, you lose all your power points. So why would you lose all your power points to save $49? It doesn't.
Isn't this the guy who hates men who play video games also? Just stating that.
Even make sense.
Okay, so Tate's new plan is that you buy a get-rich-quick course, gain power points, you have to stay subscribed to keep your power points, and then they say they will pay you a percentage that their school makes.
The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school.
All right. I think I get it.
No,
so you got the people at the bottom. They're paying up into the course, into the school. Then you got the people higher with higher power levels. They're making money from people at the bottom with the coin. And then all that money flows up. It's just kind of this nice little pyramid scheme. Come to think of it, it is a little surprising that Tate claims to be working hand in hand with the SEC on this.
I am working with the SEC so that the real world token can be launched as a security.
No.
Now, maybe that is all true, but maybe Tate actually has another plan.
SEC, come from me. I'm in Romania. There ain't no SEC in Romania. We're scammers. We're out here doing what we want. I'm gonna pump a coin up, make 10M, peel it off.
Well, I'll be honest, that could be it too. Now, at this point, I had significant evidence of Tate lying about crypto endorsements, not profiting, and using his followers as a piggy bank to pump crypto. So I figured now is the perfect time to approach Tate and get his response for comment, his side of the story. So I emailed him and his brother a list of questions about several meme coins they promoted, as well as the real world token. But instead of replying, Tate leaked my email address online and sent his war room after me, told them to email me that I'm gay. He even offered to pay money if they could prove they did it.
Look, for a man who started the whole business pimping hoes, right? With the PhD bullshit there, he's so extremely obsessed with homosexuality. Like, wow, to such a... See, one of the things that helped me digest hearing about him is imagining him not as the top G, but bottom G. You know, the guy who does the dance to the French music there. It helps. It truly helps.
Every single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will buy daddy.
Well, that escalated quickly. So, let me just see if I get the plan right here. The plan is dislike and call someone gay, so the alpha male you like buys daddy coins for you. Got it. 800 emails later, a word cloud of Tate's war room will give you a sense of who these guys are.
Oh, wow. Naturally, somebody could not avoid using the N-word, Gaylord, and of course, straight up to the anti-Semitism.
But I'll also share this email I got. It's not personal, Coffee Breaks. I really want Andrew to raise the price of Daddy's coin. And he says he's going to pump money into the coin. Trust me, it's nothing personal, but I bought a lot of the coin and I have to do this, so please forgive me. I mean, you can almost smell the desperation. Get rich quick by hurling slurs at a journalist. But absurdity aside, I have to say this is disgusting. It's not normal to be mocking people based on internal characteristics. And even though I have thick skin, I will admit, some of it got to me. Specifically, Tate called me a DNG, a dork, nerd, geek. I'll admit, he hit a nerve here. Now, before I get 800 emails about being a nerd, I'll tell you, the reason I'm annoyed may not be what you think. Sure, I might use word clouds from time to time, but I just couldn't believe who it was coming from. These two guys, I've seen their live streams, and I gotta say, the Tates give me real competition in the dork, nerd, geek department.
They do!
Join the council via the courses tab. Then, of course, we will have kings, rooks, bishops, knights. You will all get a base allocation.
Yeah, obviously that comes from his background in chess play, right? The dad was a chess master, so that's pretty geeky.
This means that if you're a knight, you should work as hard as possible to become a bishop, to work as hard as possible to become a rook, to work as hard as possible to become a king, because you know the day this imaginary project comes true, you will be rewarded for all of that hard work in cold.
Which chess piece is it again that can change gender? The pawns, right? They can also become queens. So, I mean, just trying to poke some holes there in the whole alpha male bullshit. There can only be 2 kings.
Cold hard cash!
Okay. Let me start by saying there's nothing wrong with being a geek or a nerd. But anyone who has a council to join, entitles people bishops, rooks, and knights, loses the right to the pejorative. Newsflash, the Tate brothers are nerds. They're nerds on steroids. For legal reasons, I mean that figuratively. But haven't you noticed that they're obsessed with the Matrix, councils, and chess, all things very much in the domain of nerds? Just because you try to slap a rented supercar in the middle of all of it doesn't mean we're fooled. Anyone who says increase your power levels is automatically a massive nerd. But beyond this cope, Andrew Tate's real opponent isn't even me. It's himself. He's the one who said horrible things about people who launch influencer coins.
There's no such thing as free money. For everyone who wins, someone else must lose. If you buy a coin for $1 and sell it for $10, someone bought it at $10. If it then goes down, the person who bought it at $10 loses money. I do not want any of my fans to ever lose money in my name ever, because I don't need money, so I refuse to sell out my fans for money.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tate was right about that. But now he's doing exactly what he ranted against, extracting money from his fans, promoting garbage that is now down 90%. Meanwhile, the exact people defending Tate blindly are the same people who are going to be holding the bags in a few months.
I know. It's so... oh my god. It's the same thing. Like, whenever a grifter is exposed, right? The people who are doing the exposing are using their own word to clarify where the true position stand. And yes, still you have the sycophants coming forth and saying that, no, that's not what he said. The investigator or so on who's trying to reveal the scheme is becoming then bad faith and taking things out of context. It's his own words.
Wondering why they aren't rich. Of course, by then, Tate will have something new to sell them.
And that is the story of Andrew Tate's new crypto exploits. All right, can you get me a Pinot Grigio, please? It has been a long day with very stupid people.
White wine. Surely that's not what you want in this episode, right?
What's the big deal?
Coffee.
It's fine, but they might be watching.
They? Who's the... Oh, you mean, the Matrix?
No, even worse. The alpha males.
Ah, right. Okay, scratch that. I'll just have your finest whiskey then. Shaken, not...
Stirred.
Whatever, just give me that and a cigar, please.
Oh, who are we kidding? You're not being the allegations, Coffee.
What allegations?
Well, I was gonna wait to break it to you, but the allegation that your nerd levels are also off the charts.
Oh, that's what you're worried about? Yeah, I'm a nerd. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Coffee, these Tate fans are gonna eat you alive.
No, they're not. I've got these guys figured out. It's the one thing I learned while researching Tate. You can do whatever you want. You can be as nerdy as you want. You can even tell these people to their face that they're gonna get scammed. But as long as you end it with a flashy sequence in a sports car, they'll love you for it.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Sounds gay, I'm in. Bruh, the blender renders. Dude went like, sports car? That's not enough. Mine can fly.
Make 10 amp. Bunch of brokies on the outside, wage cuts, losing their life savings. Scammer. Scammer.
God. His final editings are always so fucking awesome, man. I also like how he once played the whole thing with Logan Paul of like his $1 million mansion, which is just like a room with a green screen. Like, how do you not get that? How do you literally not get that? It's beyond me. But yeah, typical Coffeezilla W. Now I'm just waiting for the Tate fan to come into the comment section to try and save the over gay lord. Bottom G.